Hello, Internet. It's Andrea again. How's everyone doing? It's been a while, 4 weeks. I'm trying to just do updates every time I have an appointment. Today is May 19th. I just had a 15-week appointment today, so I am about 15 weeks pregnant. I actually come up on each week on Wednesdays, so it won't technically be until Wednesday, but it's easier this way. Anyway, today's appointment was pretty routine, pretty quick. I guess that's usually the case unless you're having problems. So I guess I should take it as a good thing. Got to hear the baby's heartbeat again. They got to use the Doppler, which is the first time I got to do that because the last time it would have been too early for that to work. And I had a sonogram anyway. The baby's heart rate is at 148 beats per minute, which is great. It should be between 120 and 160 right now. So 148 is really good. Other than that, not really a whole lot to say because, like I said, they don't do a whole lot. I mean, they can't really. One of the other things you'll see on TV and stuff like that when women go for checkups and things like that is they measure, your belly and stuff like that. Hi, Kupo. Kupo likes to stay in the spotlight, don't you? Yes, you do. He's a good dog. He's been taking good care of me when Kellen is not home. But at 15 weeks, it's really too early for that. The measurement is not very accurate. They said it becomes more accurate somewhere between 16 and 20 weeks. So they could probably do it the next time I go. The only other thing is they did cultures just to check for yeast infection, other bacterial infections, just because I'm really prone to them. So they just wanted to check that. I wouldn't be surprised if I had one without even knowing it because I used to get them all the time when I was in college and stuff like that. I'm just very, very prone to it. But they can take care of that. It's not really a big deal, so I'm really not worrying about that too much. They asked me if it was okay to do the cultures, and I was like, yeah, I'd prefer it just so I know, might help put my mind at ease. Either to know everything is fine or to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of now. But I just saw one of the nurse practitioners today just because it was just a regular checkup. She said everything looks fine. Everything is good. She said unless, I have any cramping, bleeding, any of that kind of stuff, everything is cool. My next appointment is June 16th, so 4 weeks from today. That will be 19 weeks. That will be a sonogram, and assuming the baby cooperates, we can find out whether it's a boy or girl. I haven't decided if I'm going to share that publicly yet. Good Lord, Kupo, you are really just in my face today. You're such a good boy. Look at the camera. Say hi. Say hi. I'm a good Koopy, and he won't do it. Are you shy? No, you're not a shy puppy. Like I was saying, I haven't decided if I'm going to share that publicly or not, or if I'm just going to share it with family and close friends and things like that. I haven't really decided. I think Callan and I will talk about it, and we have 4 weeks to decide. I mean, in the long scheme of things, that's not very much time, but when you're pregnant and worrying all the time, it seems like an eternity, trust me. If we decide not to reveal, I'll still do an update after my next appointment, just to let you know how things are going, and all that kind of jazz. My dog is really, really frisky right now, so that's why he's bothering me. Come on, Kupo. Be good. I guess the other thing I wanted to talk about this time, two things really. Is one that I am emotionally doing pretty well. The fact that I've gotten to 15 weeks and everything is still looking good. Everything, is still where it's supposed to be. Heartbeat is still good. All that kind of stuff. You can actually feel where my girly bits are growing up into my stomach and stuff like that. I call it my pumpkin bump. It's pretty easy to feel, even though it's pretty high up. They told me today that the baby's kind of laying low, so They said that'll make it like even longer before I'm really starting to show a whole lot. Basically right now you can tell that I look heavier, but it just looks like I gained a bunch of weight back, and not that I'm pregnant. So it's kind of like sad that I'm having to like wear different clothes and stuff like that, but I just look gross. Also, my face is always breaking out. It'll clear up for like a day and then break out again. um that's just little things like that suck, but I really don't care because obviously I know why stuff like that is happening, and you deal with it, and it's all for a good cause. I guess is the best way to put it. But no matter how much reassurance I get and everything, it's still, I get very anxious and I start thinking completely irrational things. I think, I just like get a bad thought in my head and I'm like, just because I'm thinking this, that means something is wrong. And I haven't been right this entire pregnancy. The entire time things have been okay. The worst thing I had was the subchorionic hematoma, which is, the nurse told me today when they look at the sonogram next time, she's expecting them to not see it at all anymore. So, it stopped bleeding out. It was teeny tiny at my last sonogram. So it should be fine. It hasn't caused any problems in the last 4 weeks. So, that's a really good sign. But I think just because of what I've been through, it's really hard to not have those thoughts in the back of my mind that something's going to happen. But, when I talked to the nurse practitioner today, I told her my other miscarriages were really early on. And she's like, well, look at how far you've gotten, she's like, obviously there were other problems with those pregnancies that they ended so early on. She's like, the fact that you've gotten this far, you're in second trimester, everything is going well. She's like, the chances of anything bad happening are very low. She's like, I'm not saying it can't happen, but you've gotten past the point where the kind of things that likely caused your other miscarriages can't occur. So that is reassuring at one point, and then my brain kicks into, well, there could be this other problem or that other problem, and that's just the way I've thought for most of my life. And it really sucks, and I've got it more under control than I used to, but I think with pregnancy being so foreign to me and so new that it's really hard to deal with. And I try to stay off the internet as much as possible, looking up stupid things, because I know there's going to be some woman who's like, oh, I had that problem and this happened and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll scare myself to death. But the funny thing is actually when I look up a lot of things that are bothering me, the vast majority of women who respond to things like that are saying, well, I had a similar experience and this happened and that happened and everything is fine. And my kid's 2 now. So at the same time, it can be really Koopa. It can be really helpful, but I try not to do it too much because I know that it kind of, sometimes it puts my mind at ease and sometimes it makes things harder for me. So I'm trying to keep my mind at ease. I'm trying to keep myself busy as much as possible. It's really hard when Kellen works late at night and I don't go to bed too much later after he leaves. That's the nice thing, but once he's gone, I just have about 2 to 3 hours where it's my mind is free to wander, and it's just bad sometimes. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing all of this and trying to make it so public, is because all of the people who know and all of the people who I've talked to about it, they're so comforting. They're so optimistic. They're just so supportive, and it's so helpful to me. That just trying to keep it inside of me is the stupidest thing I could do. And I'm glad that I am sharing. I'm glad that I have so many people, who know about everything I've been through and who have, just been with me through this whole thing, just trying to keep me calm, trying to always reminding me, my friend Jessie especially, she's always telling me, she's like, you have to be strong for that little person growing inside you. And God, Kobo, you're a butt dog. And she's right. And that's the way I try to look at it a lot of times. I'm like, if I'm stressing myself out, that's stressing the baby out, and I don't want to do that. So that's a really good way to look at it. And there have been other things that people have told me that really help too. And luckily, I haven't gotten any of those people who want to give you like unsolicited advice and like try to warn you about all this shit. Like, it was really strange that I went to like the mother-daughter banquet thing with my mom at her church. I'm not a church person, but I go to things like that with my mom because that's her scene and that's cool. Plus, the people at her church are very nice. They're not, they're not like condescendingly religious. I don't know how to put it exactly. When you're not a religious person and you go into a religious place, sometimes it feels very oppressive, but it's not like that there. So I went with her, and this was like the first opportunity she got to like tell people that I was pregnant. And for the longest time, I thought my mom was really not that excited about me having a baby. But she was just like every person she could find. And she's like, and this is my daughter and she's pregnant. And I'm like, holy crap, when did my mother turn into this? So she was really excited. And she asked me if she could put it on Facebook, and we both put it on Facebook on Mother's Day. So it was actually really exciting, and it's put my mind at ease a lot. It doesn't always seem like it, but it really has. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Kellen and I decided a few weeks ago, because we know we have absolutely no baby stuff, and I know I have a couple of friends who want to give me stuff and things like that, which is great. But obviously some things we need to get on our own. Other things, we need to decide to register for. I don't know if someone's gonna throw me a baby shower. I don't know. I don't have like relatives around here really and stuff like that, so I don't know what's gonna go down in the next few months. But Kellen and I decided like about 2 or 3 weeks ago that we wanted to wait until after the 15-week appointment to start buying anything. So I actually have off work tomorrow, so we're gonna go just to a store that totally just sells baby stuff, and just kind of just get an idea, get the lay of the land, maybe buy like a couple little things just to kind of affirm that we're on this journey, we're getting things going. Because even though it seems like I have a ton of time left, which I do, I'm just shy of 4 months pregnant. It's still, there's so much that I've been told by my friends who have recently had babies. They're like, start buying stuff early, you'll regret it if you don't. So I just really wanted Kupo, you're always in the way. I just really wanted one more reassurance before we started buying anything, and he was okay with that. So now we've kind of gotten that, and we're free to move along. We're doing a lot of unisex stuff, even though we're going to find out the gender, if possible. So that's not really an issue with us. But, I'm not going to go crazy right now. It'll probably be, a lot of it'll be done after the next appointment, once we do know if it's a boy or a girl, and that way we can customize a little more. We'll know. I don't know. I think once you know which it is, even if you're not like really into, pink is for girls, blue is for boys, you still can get, more of an idea of what you want things to look like and all that kind of fun stuff. I think one of the main things I'm going to do tomorrow is try to find a crib where I can actually get the baby out of, because I'm so short and my arms are so short that it's really hard for me to do that. And apparently they have ones where the mattress base moves and stuff like that. So I'm going to look at that and see what I can figure out. And kind of go from there. But I am really excited, and I'm feeling my stomach all the time and things like that. It's like half scary and half exciting, and I guess it's probably going to be like that for the rest of my life with this kid. So I guess I might as well get used to it now, huh? Alrighty, well, I think that does it. I think Koopy and I will go chill out for the night, maybe play some video games. Yes, I'm talking about you. Alrighty, guys, I will see you in 4 weeks, possibly with a gender. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Surprise on both ends, eh? Alright, night, guys. Bye.